Adventures the day after Christmas. And we get to go up and join my dear friend, Captain Daniel Hadawi, up there on the island Spirit out of beautiful Ventura Sport Fishing. Daniel, how was your Christmas, my friend?
It was very fun. Appreciate it. How was yours?
It was great. Couldn't be any better. Listen, we have a great trip, and it was scheduled for Friday. The weather was like a yo yo. I mean, at one time, it looked like it was going to be terrible. Then it looked really, really beautiful, and it kept getting better. And then it went all to
Yeah.
spit. Really went to spit for Friday. So we're going to move the trip. And miraculously, Saturday looks like it's going to be beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And now, because we've moved the trip, there's plenty of room on there, so why don't you kind of go back over what I just mumbled through and make it clear to everybody what's going on?
Yeah, so I think it was on our way in from that trip we had last week. We checked the weather and saw that Friday might be a little rough. But we talked about possibly moving it, but as the weekend went on and through the start of this week, it changed and it looked like it was going to be nice tomorrow, but it's pretty clear now with the updates to the forecast that it's going to be really bad tomorrow. You might not even be able to leave the harbor, like 30 knots right outside of the harbor and covering everything. So definitely not a day that you want to be out on the water. Um, and then Saturday is the polar opposite. The forecast for Saturday looks beautiful. Looks exactly like it did last week for our trip. We had perfect weather that day, so looks like we're gonna have more of that for Saturday. So for the guys that were signed up Friday, we sent out a mass email. We contacted all you guys, or at least tried to, and left you a voicemail, but we're able to get some of you guys switched over to Saturday. But now we have plenty of spots open on the Friedman Adventures trip.
A rarity, man. We were sold
I
out
know,
with
right?
a good waiting list. So
Yeah.
this could be really good news for some people. And also, this is also a reminder to those in case there was some reason why you didn't get contacted or you didn't check your voicemail or something. We're
Mhm.
doing this to let everybody know if you're on the Friday trip, you want to switch over to the Saturday trip, do it now. Right, Daniel?
Yeah, absolutely. If you were signed up on Friday, we can guarantee you a spot to switch over to Saturday. But again, if it doesn't work, you'll either get a refund or get put on the floater list, whatever you'd like. But we do have plenty of spots Saturday now. The landing is open. If you'd like to get on that one, you can call 805-676-3474, and Taylor or Sal, or maybe later on a different office staff member, are going to be super happy to get you guys signed up for that.
All right, great. Dan Lightfoot is joining us and saying hello. Halibut Man saying hello. Pumpkin Jones is taking you up on your offer right now. He's signing up as
Let's
we
do it.
speak. Roger Massage is saying hello to Captain Daniel and yours truly. Great seeing all of you here.
Yeah, good morning,
And Dan
Roger.
Lightfoot is asking Mitchell if he wants to go. There's a whole bunch of guys, it looks like, that are watching this live show. And so I'm happy, man. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to do it again. And something tells me we'll
Yeah.
be up there with a lot of people again. Let's go over what the game plan is. We're shooting for a hidden reef. That seems like an absolute viable possibility now.
Yeah, looking at the forecast today, looks like we're definitely gonna be able to do the same thing we did last week and have a really fun day of fishing. So looking forward to it.
How much have you heard about that lingcod since that catch, man? I'm telling you, I've heard so much.
Yeah,
It
quite a
got
bit.
tens of thousands of views looking at that
Yeah.
big ling. That was a spectacular catch.
Yeah, that was super cool. Definitely got a lot of messages about it. So that was awesome. Congrats to Terry again.
Yeah, awesome stuff. All right, let's go over the tackle for people who are thinking about joining us tomorrow. What do we need?
Yeah, so you're gonna need a some 3.0 or 4.0 circle hooks and some 16 to 24 ounce sinkers. It's pretty much all you need. Don't need to go too crazy, just fluorocarbon's not necessary. Just really recommend a 40-pound minimum for your leader, and 3.0 circle hooks and big sinkers.
All right, and no swivels,
Yeah,
not any. You don't want any like trout lures on the ganyons or anything like that,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, we had a rough time our first couple drifts last week. just going around and seeing the rigs people are using. We had like swivels, wire leaders, beads, just anything you could imagine. People had it tied on, and it took a while, but finally we were able to convince everybody that you don't need a jig on a dropper loop to catch something. You can just tie up, you know. Normally have the guys or myself or one of the deckhands are happy to get you tied up, and you'll get in way less tangles if you let the crew rig you up and catch a lot more. So took us about an hour, but we got everybody switched over to a just a traditional double dropper loop rig, and we had a blast.
We're leaving at an extra early hour, same price, however. Really a great
Absolutely.
opportunity. Leaving at 6 a.m., right?
Yeah, absolutely. You're getting like a full day trip for the price of a half day. So, yeah, leaving 6 a.m. We'll be back sometime around 5. And yeah, keeping the half day price. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, back to the tangles just for a moment. Let's jump ahead with everybody who's listening. Your line goes slack. That is not a good thing. You want to start winding right away. Is that how you stay out of tangles?
Absolutely. So when you're dropping, you don't want to, just be lollygagging and not paying attention and joking around. You want to pay attention. Once your sinker hits the bottom, you need to recognize that, put your reel in gear, and take a couple cranks. You want to not only get your line tight, but pull your sinker a couple feet off the bottom so you don't have it rolling around in the rocks and getting stuck. So, think on the next trip we'll do a quick seminar and just make sure that everybody's on the same page so we can kind of avoid the disaster we had on our first drift last week. But
And to be perfectly honest, we did have a disaster, but it all settled out. Everybody figured it out, learned, and
yeah,
everybody ended up with limits of big fish.
yeah, absolutely. This I know the number's scary, like fishing with 50 people. Yeah, it's a lot, but this boat's really big. When it's nice like that, we can have people fishing on both sides, and it's not a problem. It's like having 23, 24 people fishing on one side. It's not bad at all. It's plenty of room. It's very doable if everybody just works together and pays attention. If your line's going one way, just follow it. If you don't feel your sinker at all, that means somebody's winding you in. You gotta wind up too, or else there's gonna be 100 feet of slack in the water for other people to get wrapped up in. So it's just a matter of paying attention, working together, and it's totally doable, and it can be a lot of fun.
Want to talk about Hidden Reef just a little bit more to give
Mhm.
everybody a geographical idea of
Yeah,
where it's at. What is it, like 32 miles, 34 miles from Ventura?
it's just about 30 miles from Ventura. 30,
30
31
miles.
miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was so clear and beautiful. We could see Santa Barbara Island. We could see Santa Cruz. It was gorgeous out there that day.
Yeah.
Or were we looking at Nicholas? I forget.
Um, yeah, it was gorgeous that day. You could see Anacapa, Santa Cruz, SBI, but I was there one day where it was so clear. You could see Catalina, SBI, Nick, and Anacapa, Cruz, Rosa, all those islands all at the same time. So it's really incredible when you get to be out there on a clear day and get to see pretty much all the Channel Islands from one area.
Yeah, for sure. And that area, Hidden Reef
Hmm.
specifically, had been closed for many, many years. It just reopened, a year
Yeah,
ago or whatever it was. And the result has been astounding. The quality of the fish out there, Daniel, and the variety, it's really unsurpassed.
yeah. It's it almost feels like you're fishing in a closure. It's that good. It was a closure for 30 something years. I want to say you weren't allowed to fish there. So it's definitely really fun to fish there. A lot of really overgrown and mean, angry rockfish and lingcod.
Yeah, as evidenced by that
Right.
huge ling. But besides that, giant Boccaccio, big,
Mm.
beautiful vermilions, all kinds of great fish. One other thing that is very important for everybody, and that's to listen to your captain on the PA because you are looking at where the fish are. And sometimes
Yeah.
there are high biters, and you're going to tell people, hey, you want to be about 20 cranks off the bottom, or, you know, fish the starboard side, fish the port side. Really
Yeah.
important that you just pay attention, and that'll make your life a lot easier and be more productive on deck.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my job and it's in my best interest for you guys to catch as much as you can. So I try really hard to communicate with you guys and just let you know what I'm looking at and what's going on. And yeah, there's certain spots where we'll tell you, okay, guys, like once you hit the bottom, the best fish mark's like almost 100 feet off the bottom. Go ahead and take 25 cranks or something like that. And the guys that do that come up with double giant Floridas right away or those big chilies. It's just a matter of listening to the crew, and it'll make your trip a lot more enjoyable.
All right, Pumpkin Jones is signed up and on the trip as a result of this live interview. And
Awesome.
G says, good afternoon, all the way from the East Coast up there in Maine. So nice to have you with us, my friend. Man, that is
Good afternoon.
absolutely awesome. Daniel, novice anglers don't have the gear, don't know what to do. They can rent all that for a very reasonable price. And the gear at Ventura Sport Fishing is really good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. We have new rental equipment, super nice rods, super nice reels, fresh line. At the end of every day, the guys in the office strip that line off, make sure there's no under wraps. If it's damaged at all, they'll throw a new line on there. We take really good care of our rental equipment, and it's available for just $20. So it's good stuff. And if you are new, you've never done it before, just come up to one of the crew members and let us know, like, hey, it's my first time. We're more than happy to give you some extra tips, or I'll come down there and try to get you guys hooked onto a fish. Or, we're here to make your experience as good as it can possibly be. So if you just let us know you're new, we're happy to accommodate and help you out a little bit extra.
All right, Jack Sepulveda won't be able to make it with us on Saturday. Sorry to hear that, Jack, but he's going to try to join you on Monday. We'll get to those trips in just a moment.
Yeah.
G says, big native brook trout and salmon fishing in my area, 5 pound native fish. Sounds like a good
Very
podcast. I
good.
might have to head to Maine one of these days, Daniel.
Yeah, I'll join you.
What other trips? So, if people can't join us on our Saturday trip, what are you doing on Sunday? I think you have kids fish free, and
Yeah.
then you're running a Monday trip.
Absolutely. So Sunday is our last kids fish free of the year. We're going to be doing the normal 8 a.m. departure, and you can bring a child ages 12 or under for free with each paid adult ticket. It's going to be the last chance at kids fish free Sunday for the year. And then Monday we're doing another one of these big cod specials where we're leaving at 6 o'clock. Looking forward at the weather on Monday. It looks beautiful as well, and looks like we'll be able to make that kind of long run and do that kind of fishing on Monday. So we threw that trip up for Monday, and who knows if that one gets a lot of people, we might do another one for Tuesday.
That sounds great. All people have to do is go get a taste of it. And by the way, if you
Yeah,
take a look on Friedman Adventures on YouTube, also Facebook, Instagram, you can see our last trip on the Island Spirit.
yep,
Impressive. People just absolutely loved it. All right. If people want to book or they want to join us now on Saturday, Friedman Adventures on Saturday, I'll be shooting a video. People can send their New Year's love and wishes to their loved ones in the video and catch a lot of fish. What's the best way to sign up?
yeah. So you can book online. You can go straight to venturasportfishing.com, select book now. You'll the list of boats will pop up. Just click on the Island Spirit, and then you'll see the Friedman Adventures sponsored trip for Saturday. You can just book that online pretty easily with your credit card. Or if you'd like, you can call the landing. It's 805-676-3474. And one of our office staff members are going to be more than happy to get you signed up over the phone.
Well, I'm going to be happy to see you and the boys and everybody up in the office there at Ventura. I'm going to be happy to see all the people. I had a delicious ceviche for Christmas, thanks to
Oh,
some rockfish on the island spread. And now
yeah.
I'm going to have that same ceviche for New Year's. So, man,
There
it
you
couldn't
go.
be any better. And I can't wait to see you again, my friend.
Me too, Phil. Really looking forward to it. I'm bummed we had to cancel tomorrow, but Saturday's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Anything else, Daniel?
It's about all. Can't wait to see you guys on Saturday or later on.
All right, my friend. I'll see you Saturday bright and early. Take great care in the meantime, and looking forward to another great trip on the Island Spirit out of Ventura Sport Fishing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Phil.
You take care, Daniel.
Alrighty.